So product backlog is owned by the product owner. He is requirements is obviously done by the Moscow technique, must have, should have, could have, and won't have. So based
Mhm.
on this, and the business value also plays a major role in the priority, and time and urgency, dependencies, cost, efficiency, all the things attribute for the priority, but the major Moscow technique plays a crucial role. So generally, when there is a conflict between two teams, what as a BA I do is to make a compromise between both the teams. And yes, I have I had an experience like this in my earlier project, where the current account and savings account CASA team wanted the daily interest calculations, the finance team wanted the monthly posting. So there was a dispute between the requirements of both the teams. So where I proposed a compromise between two of them with a joint session and proposed that daily calculations with monthly updations. So for which fortunately both the teams had agreed, and so there was a smooth running of the operation and finance teams. The
All
efficiency
right.
was continued.
So, in my Curatech project, there was a time where a stakeholder came to replace the search bar with a radio button for the payer selection to enable faster and easier selection. As a business analyst, I handled it from end to end. First, I gathered the requirement from the stakeholder to understand the business need of faster selection. Then, I verified the scope against our in-scope documents uh, to check to ensure this change request is within project boundary.
Okay.
Then I did a
Yes,
sir.
yes. Continue, continue.
Yeah. Then I did impact analysis of this, on the timeline, resource, and system and risk. Where in I identified that I found that additional 8 hours of time is required to implement the change, and we need one additional developer to complete this change. And also, if we do not implement this feature properly, there will be a misalignment in the UI, which affects the overall usability. And while coming to risk, if we do not implement this feature, the users may get frustrated as they may not be able to select the pair properly, which affects the user satisfaction and adoption. Then I collaborated with the uh, developers, testers, and operation team to clarify the change and to show the impact and plan the implementation. I also determined about the urgency and the dependency as well, and communicated this to priority and communicated this to stakeholders. Then I documented the change request about capturing all the requirements, the impact, approvals, and also the potential impact of this feature, and shared it for future reference.
Very good.
Yes, sir, I have applied it. Gap analysis is nothing but a compare. It is a comparison between the current state of the project with the future desired state. So, in my Curatech project, we implemented a feature called telehealth services, where patient can book virtual appointments after the go live. The patients, I mean, users reported that the page is not loading, or it is loading very slow. Then I gathered the feedback from the users and connected with the support team to understand the main pain points and to find the root cause. I also go through the existing workflow. In my finding, I found that there is a no monitoring or alert mechanism for the page delays loading. Then I proposed notifying the admin team if the page or app is not loading within 2 seconds, and logging the reason in the name of narration. Then after implementation, the problem is resolved proactively, and also complaints got reduced, and the overall visibility is very better compared to before. In the current state, it was telehealth feature was implemented, no monitoring for the page delays loading, and it was there. Whereas in future desired, I mean, in the desired state where coming feature was implemented and the monitoring mechanism was there, and also there was a triggering to admin if the page loading is taking more than 2 seconds. By this way, we can do gap analysis comparing the current and future desired state of the
Oh,
project. So there was a situation I have gone through this, sir. So in our Curatech project, there were some stakeholders who were unclear about the patient portal. So I connected with the stakeholders. Then I created some low fidelity wireframes and mockups. I presented it to them. With the help of these visuals, the stakeholders were able to understand the requirement clearly, and by taking their feedback, I updated the existing user stories and acceptance criteria in the Jira, so that development team is having the clear requirements before starting the development.
All right.
There was a situation where CMS 1500 claims were getting denied continuously, more repeatedly. So I connected with the billing team and analyzed the rejected claim data to understand the root cause. Then I identified that there was a no validation check for the authorization. Then I proposed the system authorization rule to flag the missing or inauthorization numbers. Like it will be giving the notification like that. Then I also worked with the development team closely to implement it and making sure that the PHI is a state safe, secure, and HIPAA compliance. Then after implementation, I also cross-checked the functionality with QA as well and make sure everything is working as per expected. In this way, I gave this input, which helped in reducing the claim rejections by 30% and also improved the reimbursement cycle within 10 days.
Okay, very good.